When looking rich keeps you stuck, they call it progress, a raise, a new job title, a better income, and with it comes the desire to show the world you've made it. New car, branded clothes, upgraded lifestyle. But here's the truth. In the middle class, the illusion of wealth is often bought at the expense of real financial growth. This is not about discipline alone. It's about misalignment. The spending habits that feel like success, the flashy purchases, the social validation, the upgrades, are often the very traps that prevent people from building lasting wealth. Real financial growth doesn't come from upgrading what the world sees. It comes from upgrading what no one sees: your savings rate, your investment decisions, your ability to delay gratification, your mindset. This article breaks down 6 quiet, common spending patterns that drain the middle class, and what to do instead. If you're serious about building real wealth, it starts by recognizing what's holding you back. Welcome to 86 Dawn Finance YouTube channel, where we break down the hidden mechanisms controlling your financial life. Let's break it all down. No fluff, just the truth. 1. Income rises. Spending rises faster. In theory, a raise should move you forward. In reality, for many middle-class earners, it simply funds a more expensive version of the same financial struggle. New phone, new car, bigger apartment, better vacations. It all feels justified. After all, you worked hard for it. But behind every upgrade is a trap: lifestyle inflation. Here's the pattern. You get a promotion. You increase your monthly expenses to match the new paycheck. Suddenly, you're not richer, just busier maintaining a more expensive lifestyle. And the margin between income and savings? Still razor thin. Wealth is not measured by how much you earn. It's measured by how much you keep, grow, and protect. Instead of celebrating every raise with a purchase, redirect it. Increase your investment contributions. Build a bigger cash buffer. Pay off principal instead of interest. Because the goal is not to look richer. The goal is to stop living like every pay raise must be spent to be enjoyed. If you don't control lifestyle inflation, you're not upgrading your life. You're upgrading your liabilities. 2. Spending for status, not for strategy. Middle-class spending often has little to do with utility. It has everything to do with visibility. Designer bags, premium sneakers, brand name outfits, oversized TVs, lavish birthday parties. These aren't just purchases. They're performances, carefully curated to signal success. But here's the truth. Wealth is what you don't see. It's the investments you made instead of showing off. It's the emergency fund you built instead of upgrading your wardrobe. It's the compound interest you chose over social approval. Status spending is deceptive. It gives the illusion of progress while delaying the real thing. It feels empowering in the moment, but long-term, it keeps you stuck chasing the next external validation. Wealthy people don't spend to impress. They spend to build. Their confidence comes from ownership, not opinion. If you constantly feel the need to prove you're doing well, your money isn't serving you. You're serving your image. Financial peace comes when your choices stop being about what they look like and start being about what they produce. 3. Small leaks, big damage. Most people don't go broke from one big mistake. They go broke from 1,000 small ones. It's the $7 coffee every morning, the $50 subscription that never gets used, the impulse buy on payday, the fast fashion sale, the new gadget that doesn't improve your life, just clutters it. Each one feels harmless, but over time, these habits quietly erode your ability to save, invest, and build. Wealth isn't lost all at once. It leaks, one unexamined purchase at a time. That's why the wealthy treat every dollar like it has a job. If it doesn't contribute to freedom, growth, or stability, it doesn't get hired. Middle-class earners often say, "It's only a few dollars." But those dollars add up. And what they steal is far more valuable than money. They steal momentum. To break this pattern, you don't need to be extreme. You need to be intentional. Audit your spending. Track your patterns. Cut the noise. Because small leaks don't stay small forever. They sink the ship. 4. Debt as display, not leverage. The rich use debt to grow. The middle class uses debt to look rich. That's the difference. A wealthy investor might borrow to acquire income-producing real estate. A business owner might take on debt to scale operations. These are calculated moves, designed to multiply returns. But the middle class often takes on debt to finance lifestyle, luxury cars, upgraded furniture, designer clothing, the latest phone, all depreciating, all funded by monthly payments. And every payment is a chain. Instead of earning from what they own, they owe, monthly, endlessly. They trade tomorrow's freedom for today's image. Here's the truth. If it doesn't pay you, it owns you. You don't get rich by avoiding debt. You get rich by using it wisely. Debt is not evil. Misused debt is. If your credit is funding consumption, you're not leveraging. You're leaking. Before you borrow, ask, will this purchase grow in value, generate income, or free my time? If the answer is no, leave it, because wealth isn't built through what you buy. It's built through what you control. 5. Rewarding yourself back into the same hole. You got a raise, a bonus, a new client, finally, more income. And what happens next? A nicer car, a bigger home, an upgraded vacation, new wardrobe, new debt, new monthly obligations. That's lifestyle inflation. And it's the reason so many people earn more, but stay broke. Because if every financial win becomes an excuse to spend more, you never actually move forward. You just decorate the same hole with fancier walls. Wealth isn't built by how often your income increases. It's built by how often your habits stay the same. Smart people reward themselves differently. They upgrade their net worth, not their liabilities. They increase contributions to their investment accounts. They pay off debt. They buy time, not things. Your income should grow your options, not your overhead. If your lifestyle rises every time your paycheck does, you're not climbing. You're running on a treadmill with a nicer view. Discipline after success is what separates the wealthy from everyone else. 6. Chasing applause instead of freedom. The middle class often confuses visibility with success. They want their wealth to be seen. New outfits, luxury cars, impressive weddings, branded everything. They don't just want to be secure. They want to be admired. But here's what the rich understand. Applause doesn't pay bills. Likes don't buy freedom. Real wealth is quiet. It's the investment account no one sees. The property you rent out anonymously. The business equity that prints cash flow while you sleep. The decision to stay invisible. Because security matters more than showing off. If your self-worth depends on how others perceive your lifestyle, you'll never stop spending. Because validation is never satisfied. It always asks for more. The middle class stays stuck trying to look successful. The wealthy stay focused on becoming unshakable. So ask yourself, are you building wealth, or are you just performing prosperity? One leads to peace. The other leads to pressure. Final thought. Stop looking rich. Start getting free. Wealth isn't built by accident. It's built by design. But most people never take control of that design. They just follow the script. Buy more. Prove more. Impress more. And they wonder why it never feels like enough. Looking rich is easy. Anyone can finance a lifestyle that screams success. Being financially free? That's different. That requires saying no to things that don't grow you. That requires trading applause for autonomy. That requires discipline, strategy, and silence. If you see yourself in any of these traps, the lifestyle upgrades, the validation spending, the invisible debt, You're not failing. You're waking up. Now comes the hard part. Choosing better. Track your cash flow. Cancel what drains. Delay what doesn't grow. Spend with clarity. Invest with consistency. Protect your future from your impulses today. True wealth is invisible until it's undeniable. And freedom? It doesn't shout. It whispers in peace of mind. Options and control. Stop performing. Start building. Because the middle class doesn't stay stuck by accident. It stays stuck by habit. And today, you break the pattern. Please note that 86 Dawn Finance does not offer advice on taxes, legal matters, investments, or finances. The content is intended solely for educational purposes and should not be considered professional advice. For personalized guidance, please consult your own qualified advisors. Although the information has been carefully researched and reviewed, it may not represent the latest legal or financial updates. Viewers are advised to confirm the accuracy and timeliness of the information, particularly before making any major financial or legal decisions. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and stay our 86 Dawn Finance channel.